Your GDPR is your rights to any information that is held on you. So you can use just quote GDPR, and that's what we advise to do in the first instance. And you can say, under my rights of GDPR, I am formally requesting to be copied in and included on all correspondence and communication regarding, for example, EHCP. Now, if your school local authority take one look at that and go, jog on, not doing that, well, then you level up and you put in a SARs. And we have SARs templates. I think they're on our EHCP, Anna.
Yeah, they are on the EHCP needs assessment webinar. Yeah, they're in that resource pack.
Yeah. And you can go to the Information Commission's Office. The ICO website also have requests. A SARs will take 4 weeks from the point.
Minimum. It can take a lot longer.
So you need to make sure with that you know the date that it was received. So ask for either a receipt from an email, or if you're going to do that by post, you want to do that tracked and signed for. But in the first instance, request it under your GDPR rights. If they're not going to play ball with that, then you hit them with everything via a SARs. And with a SARs, you can go absolutely full on. You can ask for all internal, external emails, messages. You can go through everything. How often can you request a SARs from the local authority? You want to if you're going to do a SARs, you need to make sure you're doing something thorough. They are not going to be willing if you're going to be putting a SARs in every 6 months.
They're going to refuse. They're going to say it's unnecessary and beyond their capacity. And also you need to remember with a SAR that the more you request, the longer they will stall it for, because they'll say, this is a huge amount of information that we've got to trawl through.
And be aware of what it is you're asking for. So you'll need to state the dates from and to, and if you can state the names of the people who you know are involved, and you need to state exactly what you're after. You can't just kind of go, well, I'm just putting a SARs in for whatever you've got. You need to make it specific, and yes, you can make that very specific, and yes, you can request, and yes, they have to do it. They don't like it. When you get it back, check it thoroughly, go through it carefully. I prefer to have it put in hard copy, because then you can go through it with your highlighter pen. You can put it in Lever Arch file in Polly Pockets, and you can go through it, and you've got it all there in front of you. But it's a challenge when you get this information back. Turn your phone off if you're going to have a glass of wine next to you, because you really don't want to be texting people with what you see. Some of it is not pleasant.
You need to actually, that's a really serious point. You do not open your SARs and start looking at it until you have bought yourself some time. It will make you more cross than probably anything on the special needs journey has so far. Look after yourself. And the other thing I wanted to say back to the person that's asking this is, if she's talking about resubmitting, if they didn't include everything in the original SARs, you don't need to resubmit. You just go back and say, this was missing, please provide it. You can go back. You don't just have to accept what they give you. You can go back on the original SAR, and you often find that you'll get email 3 that's referring to other emails that aren't in there. You just go back and say, well, this refers to 3 other emails in the thread that you haven't sent me, so not everything's there. Please provide this, and go back through all the emails again and provide me everything else that's missing. And you often find that the bits they really don't want to see, they hide away. And it's not until you push for them and you threaten the Information Commissioner's Office, and maybe even get the Information Commissioner's Office involved, that they actually hand over the bits they don't want you to see.